this is all working. I think it's working. I don't know. We're playing around with camera things and other things, and I think that covers it, kind of, sort of. Yeah, I think that works. Let's look at a few things here. Can't like 4K. It's 360. I mean, I guess. See how it goes. Okay. Quick little mic check here. And that works. So far, so good. We'll minimize all that. Let's go over here. I don't know where that is. It's over here. Okay. Getting yelled at because there is a new version of FSUI PC. Not gonna worry about that for now. All right, let's start getting set up here. Checking out the new PMDG update. We got weather radar, even though it's the Asobo one, so we'll play around with that a little bit, play around with the new tablet. I haven't really had much chance to fly this past week. I'm doing some other stuff. So, I guess we'll do that. Okay. Lights test, good. Nav data out of date. I knew I was forgetting something. Oh well. We'll roll with it. Actually, can't we just update this stuff like live now? Let's see how this works, because I have not messed with it yet. Grab the iPad, hopefully it's charged. 5.
Livery on 128.25. Advise on initial contact. You have information. Quebec. Washington Reagan National. Information. Quebec. 2052 Zulu. Wind 300 at 13. Visibility 10. Sky conditions. Few at 7500 feet. Scattered at 25,000 feet. Temperature 27. Dew point 10. Altimeter 3004. Arriving and departing runways 133, 22. Visual approach is in use. Advise on course heading, altitude, and if flight following is requested. Read back all runway and hold short instructions. VFR departures. Contact clearance.
Washington clearance, Pro Flight 682, IFR to Pittsburgh. We have Quebec.
Pro Flight 682, Reagan clearance cleared to Pittsburgh via the Horta 4 departure. Then as filed. Climb and maintain 4,000. Expect flight level 280 10 minutes after departure. Departure on 125.65, squawk 5646.
Pro Flight 682, cleared to Pittsburgh. Horta 4, then as filed. Climb and maintain 4, expect 280 and 10. Departure 125.65, squawk 5646.
Pro Flight 682, read back correct.
TCAS test pass.
Cabin crew, all doors in flight and cross-check.
Really?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Deshaun Williams, and on behalf of Captain Chris and First Officer Ernest Hernandez, I'd like to welcome you aboard our virtual airline flight number 682 to Pittsburgh. We're flying on a Boeing 737, 800 tonight. Please make yourselves comfortable, stow your luggage in the overhead bins or under the seat in front of you, and remember to fasten your seatbelts. We've got a flight time of about 41 minutes, so sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride. We're thrilled to have you with us.
What's up, F-Man? How are you doing? Okay, everything is set. We're just about ready for push and start. Let's take a little peek at the rig settings. They should be okay. Good. Washington Ground Pro Flight 682, gate Delta 43, ready for push and engine start.
Pro Flight 682, Reagan ground, push and start approved, tail northwest.
Push and start approved, tail northwest, Pro Flight 682. What's going on, F-Man?
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback. gas pin inserted. Locking gear.
Okay.
Release parking brakes, please. Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at will.
Hey, Thomas. How are you? Welcome in. Let's go. Start number 2.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your lead flight attendant, Deshaun Williams speaking. On behalf of Captain Chris, First Officer Ernest Hernandez, and the rest of our fantastic crew, I want to welcome you aboard this Boeing 737, 800 flying to Pittsburgh. We're thrilled to have you with us tonight. We're looking at a flight time of about 41 minutes, so sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride. Now, before we take off, I'd like to go over some important safety information. First, please ensure your seatbelt is fastened low and tight across your lap. To fasten, insert the metal fitting into the buckle until you hear a click. To release, simply lift the buckle. Easy peasy, right? In the unlikely event of a loss of cabin pressure, oxygen masks will drop down from the compartment above you. Pull the mask towards you to start the flow of oxygen. Place it over your nose and mouth, secure it with the elastic band, and breathe normally. Do not worry about helping others until you've secured your own mask first. Alright? For those of you who might be a little more adventurous, life vests are located under your seats. In the event of an emergency, pull the vest out, slip it over your head, and pull the straps to tighten. To inflate, pull down on the red tabs. And if you need to deflate, just blow into the
The
tube.
overhead is the
and
VR
just a quick
Insight
reminder, all flights with
737
us are non-smoking
overhead
flights. Smoking or vaping is prohibited at all times, and please avoid gathering in front of the toilets or the galley. We're expecting a smooth flight, but if we do encounter any bumps along the way, please keep your seatbelt fastened. We'll be turning on the Wi-Fi as soon as we reach a safe altitude, and our service will begin shortly after that.
I'm not getting
Once again, thank you for choosing to fly with us. We're happy to have you as our guests, and we hope you enjoy the flight.
Very weird.
Please set parking brakes.
Yeah, change some stuff around. I don't know why I can't start this thing. What is going on? Like, is there a failure I'm not aware of? I might have to call the, Yeah, I added a new camera view for that. No
Tow truck
failures.
disconnected. Bypass pin removed. Left is clear. Right is clear.
Why do I feel like I don't know what I'm doing? Baby Shark approves. Why do I feel like I don't remember how to start a 737, Arch? It sounds like it's cranking. Packs off, yeah, right? Huh?
Clear to start engine.
That in 2% is 0. APU bleed is on. Engine 1 and 2 bleed is off. Packs are off. Isolation valve auto? Is that my problem? Well, wow. That's out fucking outrageous that I don't remember that. Thank you, sir. Baby Shark had to teach me how to start the airplane. Alright, well, we got a good start, so now we can close, open, open, and we can go for one. We're heading to Pittsburgh. I don't know if I'm going to do there and back. I might just do the one flight. I'm feeling a little... This was a very long week at work. It's a roller coaster of emotions, so... Might just do the one. We'll see how we feel. Maybe it's a spooky game later, too. I don't know. I might stream Lethal later tonight. We'll see. Alright, flaps 5... One leg and a go. That's probably what I think is going to happen. I think it's going to be one leg. I'm probably going to be streaming more tomorrow. But I have like a maintenance tonight. Like I need to kind of like reset. This one's probably going to take me a bit. Yeah, we're going to fly. I might stream Lethal if we have enough people to play later. Maintenance on a Friday night. Yeah, no. I should really start doing them during the week. It's actually a really good idea. Start doing them during the week, not on a Friday night. Alright, flaps are set. V speeds 132, 134, 145. So anything before V1, throttle out or brake exit the runway. Past that, we're rotating at 134, taking it into the air. We'll sort it out, declare the emergency with our good friends at SayIntentions, and see what happens. Okay, everything I think looks good here. Washington Ground Pro Flight 682, ready to taxi.
Pro Flight 682, taxi to runway 1 via November Juliet. Cross runway 04 at your discretion.
1 via November Juliet, cross runway 4 at my discretion. Pro Flight 682. Okay. Up, down, up mine.
Pro
up,
Flight 682,
left.
taxi to runway 1 via November Juliet. Cross runway
This
4
is
at your
probably a
discretion.
long-standing bug that still bothers me. That a lot of the times it seems to read back as if it didn't detect what I said. Felt like I was pretty clear. It didn't hear me close out with Pro Flight 682. Did I say it? Because I don't even remember if I said it. Runway 1 via November Juliet, cross runway 4 at my discretion, Pro Flight 682. I didn't read it back with that. Is that why? Okay. And it didn't. Okay. So it's a me issue then. I take it back, say intentions. It's a pilot problem. Where I think they have room. Oh, I did it right the first time. I said it the second time though. Maybe I don't take it back. I had a guy at work once. Funny story. I had a guy at work once he was getting the business from a customer. There was like some issue or something. Brake check. Good brakes. There was like some issue, right? And the customer was complaining, and he was being Mr. Customer Service, and he's like, "Sir, on behalf of the company, I apologize." And the customer said, "What's up, Mike Jones?" And the customer says, "I don't want your apology." And he says, "Well, then I don't apologize." It's funny stuff. It was harsh. Just a little love tap right there, a little love tap. All right, so I've been kind of playing around doing these like test things with the Quest and the Pro controllers and all this hubbub, and I'm just gonna give up on that project for now until I can figure out a way to keep the controller from going to sleep. That is the only issue that I'm having with using the Quest 3 on the rig now. Previously, I was having issues because motion compensation. It's not compatible with the Steam VR, and it's other things. Yes, we were doing demo pilots to return for us. How to stand properly. You'd be fine in a New York City subway then. Because those things are aggressive. Sometimes you watch people go flying about while I'm just standing there like, huh, guess not everybody knows how to stand. Or the city bus. The city bus is a good one. But yeah, so I've been doing like little. Actually, Corgi, you just missed a very embarrassing moment. Arch had to teach me how to start the 737 because I forgot how to do it. Yeah, it was embarrassing. I had the isolation valve closed, so I couldn't start number 2. Yeah. But yeah, so Quest 3 on a motion rig, we're getting closer to getting it to work. With the Quest Pro controllers, they're actually a viable option for motion compensation. The problem is Meta has them go to sleep way too quick. So when, if I'm not being all animated and it's not moving, like if we're just at cruise and there's no turbulence, the shit just shuts off and then I lose my motion compensation. I tried it mounted on the front of the rig. I tried it mounted on the back. We tried a bunch of shit. Didn't seem to work. Cabin crew, seats for departure.
Cabin crew, take seats for departure.
No. So, here's the second part of the story. Anytime you are pressing a button on the controller, it locks out the mouse, which is primarily what I'm interacting with when I'm in VR, because it's hard to fumble and see buttons or press keypads. I've kind of got actually the muscle memory down on the FMC. I can kind of fumble my way and be like, okay, 3 down, boom, press it, things like that. But I can't figure out how to disable it from taking over. If I could figure out that, it's a home run. Washington Tower, Pro, flight 682, holding short of runway 1, ready for departure.
Pro flight 682, Reagan Tower, runway 1, winds 310 at 1 RNAV Rev G, cleared for takeoff.
Copy the wind, RNAV Rev G, runway 1, cleared for takeoff. Pro flight 682. Well, if we can figure that out, we're dialed in. And I mean, honestly, listen, for the most part, I'm very happy with the big screen beyond. It's dialed in. I think it looks amazing. The problem is the field of view and the smaller sweet spot. The fact that I can see edge-to-edge clarity with the Quest is phenomenal. All right, we got runway 1 on the ground. All right, lights off. 40%. Looking stable. And 1 heading selected. Airspeed alive. 80 knots. Checked. We're gonna abort that. For the stupidest reason, I just aborted that takeoff. Because I didn't start ACARS. And I remembered right on the roll. Is that a valid reason? Because it is to me. Kind of hot brakes we got. We got some warm brakes. That's exactly what I did. I started it up and I'm like, I can't start it yet because I'm at the menu. I load it in. And then as I'm rolling down, I'm like, do I have everything? I'm like, nope. Brake temps? Nothing's yellow. They're climbing though, because they're probably heat soaked. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. We just won't be able to abort another takeoff, because we'll probably have a brake fire. Fucking who knows what. So the purpose of today is we're testing new rig settings. I was kind of getting into that with the whole Quest 3 stuff. I haven't really had a chance to dial it in. So we found the new setting. Care of Mark from Get Your Game On's YouTube channel. He had made mention of, well, he had a YouTube video where he had an F-18 pilot use his DOF Reality H6, and he went up in VR in the F-18, and he wanted to be like, how does this, mentally, visually, whatever, compare to the real thing? And obviously you're not going to be pulling multiple G's and, really pulling any G's in this thing, right? But, obviously there is the mental aspect of what it feels like, right? Because like I said, I've been in VR and DCS, and your brain really feels like you're cranking back on G's. And obviously it's not real, right? But your brain is tricking you into thinking things. Which really, really, really has me on the fence about getting one of those seatbelt tensioners that are capable of doing like 9 G's. It's capable of making you feel like you're doing 9 G's, like the harness will actually pull back on you and squish you into the chair as you're pulling G's. Very, very, very strongly considering that. But we'll see. Alright, nothing's barking at me, so let's try this again. I think it's better than a haptic suit. You know what it is? There's not really enough reviews for anybody to tell me what that's really like. Because they're expensive, but they're not, they're not motion rig expensive, right? So even something for, if you didn't want a motion rig or didn't have the space for it, hooking up some sort of seatbelt tensioner could be, the next level of immersion. Like a butt kicker and a seatbelt tensioner plus VR, you might really feel like, yeah. So, anyway, so Mark from SimHanger had this guy, let's try this takeoff again, had this guy try it, and he had said that something felt off. Let's get airborne, we'll continue this conversation. Yeah, here we go. N1 heading select toga for round number 2. Here we go. Airspeed alive. 80 knots checked. 100. 20. V1 and rotate. Beautiful takeoff. Positive rate. Gears coming up. So,
Ground Flight 682, contact departure.
Oh, departure, Flight 682. Select departure, Flight 682. 2,200 for 4,000. Why does that not look right? It's my flight director telling me to go like left.
Pro Flight 682, Potomac departure, radar contact, cleared direct Beeble. Climb and maintain flight level 200.
Direct Beeble up to 200 for Flight 682. Ah, okay. Well, welcome back. Let's pitch for 250. So, anyway, so the rig that I was currently running was on a setting called rate. And with, it was on a setting called angle. And basically the rig would just keep matching what the angle of the plane did. I have not tried the A380 yet. I'm a huge Airbus fan. The A380, there's just something about it. It doesn't really appeal to me. It's a marvel of engineering. It is a massively large and heavy aircraft. But I don't know. It's just I don't get that feeling of excitement to fly it like I do for, like, you know, the 320 series or the 7.3. You know, I'm also not really a big long haul guy, which is typically where that's used. And granted, you don't have to. If I was going to start to get into larger aircraft, I'm really looking at the 777. Yeah. Yeah, I think they should have charged for it, and quite honestly, I think they would have made a killing. That's a lot of hours of volunteer, you know, where, and I know it's the minority, where there's a handful of people who are going to complain that it's not perfect and everything for volunteer work. I mean, we've all had these discussions before.
Pro Flight
right?
682, climb and maintain flight level 270.
270, Pro Flight 682. Alright, we're above 10,000, autopilot on, let's chit-chat here. So anyway, so this F-18 pilot took the rig for a spin. He's like, man, this doesn't feel right. Like, you're doing like an aileron roll, and
Ladies
as you roll around...
This is Deshaun Williams,
let's have Deshaun do his
I'm happy to let
announcement
you know that
here.
you can now use your electronic devices as we have reached a safe altitude. Oh, and the Wi-Fi service is now available, so feel free to connect. Our drinks and snack service will be starting shortly, and don't forget, we'll also have some items from the virtual airline shop available for you later. Enjoy the flight.
Deshaun is not picking up that we're ProFlight today for some reason. The virtual airline shop. Changed it. Wonder if there was some weird, like, maybe licensing issues. They didn't want to add that. I don't know. Anyway. So the way the rig used to work is, as you were rolling through, let's say you bank to the left, right? The rig would bank left, and then as you came around inverted, and now you were technically would be on the right side, I guess is the best way to explain it, of the roll, the rig would violently snap over and then bring you back to center, right? So this guy's like, hey, that kind of feels weird. Are there any other settings? So Mark's like, let's take a look. He goes, there's a setting called rate. And what rate does is it's looking at the rate of
Pro Flight
change.
682, contact Washington Center on 126.875.
126.875, Proflight 682. Washington Center, good evening. Proflight 682, 13,000 for flight level 200.
Proflight 682, Washington Center. Good evening, Dulles, altimeter 30.09er.
3009er, 682. So like when the plane would roll over, it would snap you back, and that wasn't very immersive. So, turn off the AC down here. It was really hot today. So rate is matching the rate of which the aircraft is changing direction,
Proflight 682, climb and maintain flight level 280.
so to speak. 280, Proflight 682. So if you're easing into like a roll to the left, the rig's only going to slightly roll. It's going to start to simulate more of G-force than anything else. And if you yank on the controls, you'll get more of a violent maneuver, right? But even as you roll through it, like let's say you go full deflection, the rig will bank and hold it there until you come out and release that G-force and unload the G's on the plane. Same thing with pitch. They have independent settings. I set them both. They feel pretty good. So I've now set that up for rate here, and it's not doing the same thing that it's doing in DCS, it seems. It's just rolling into banks a little bit less. But also there's not a big rate of change. So you're not really going to feel it like that. But I don't feel it. It's not doing the unloading part, if that makes sense. So it's rolling into the turn, and as the plane's still in that sustained turn, the rig should start rolling back to center. But it's not doing that. And that's probably going to take some tweaks of the software. So we can try and do that. I just don't know what's going to be the best settings. I don't know how to tweak the return of the rate. It doesn't feel bad. And honestly, I'm okay with it being less violent in GA stuff, because for the most part, you know, when you're banking in an airliner or even a Cessna 172, you don't feel like you're falling out of the plane because you're in a coordinated turn, right? So there's no reason that when I'm in, you know, a turn in the 7-3, I shouldn't feel like I'm constantly falling out of the rig. So I'm actually okay with the settings. I'm just unsure of why it doesn't feel like it's returning to center, because I thought it would, but I don't know. So we'll see. Overall, I'm pretty happy though. Like, turbulence feels good, acceleration and deceleration feels good. Like, all those effects are still drastic enough to make it feel real. It's just more roll than pitch. It doesn't seem like it unloads for some reason, if that makes sense. But it works really well in DCS. You feel it, but not as drastic as what this does. Because this will put you into like a 20-degree bend and hold you there. Like, this feels very authentic to me right now. Whatever it's got the rig at, this feels like what I feel like when I'm in a turn in an airliner. Because you're feeling that little bit of bank, but I don't feel like, oh shit, I need to hold on kind of thing, which is what this rig would normally do. If I put this back in the other mode, I'm not going to do it now because it's violent. It is actually unloading just a little bit, I think, or it's my eyes, I can't really tell. Well, exactly. So its version of simulating the G-force is just fucking dumping you over 20 degrees. And that's how it's making you feel G-force. I think it feels pretty good right now. I'm probably going to leave these settings, I think. And I'm very curious to see what the difference is on the upgrade when that comes. Exactly, yeah. And that's what this obviously can't do, because there's no actual G-force to work with. Yeah. So, it's possible that that sensation gets a little bit better, maybe, when the upgraded rig is in play with 6 degrees of freedom. Because you gotta remember, right now I'm just rotating around a central point. Like, right underneath the seat is just basically an automotive universal joint and a cross beam, and that allows me to do pitch and roll. When we go full 6 degrees, I'm going to assume that that's going to change, because now the rig is suspended. It's going to change to some degree, I just don't know what, because it's going to be able to use heave, surge, and sway to add extra sensations to this. So, I don't know. I'm excited. I'm intimidated. I'm a lot of fucking things right now.
ProFlight 682. Expect the DME-5 arrival for the ILS runway 32 into Pittsburgh via Grunts. Descent will be in 5 minutes. Let me know if you want to descend sooner.
We'll expect the DME-5 for the ILS 32 via Grunts, ProFlight 682. I'm excited, I think, the most for, like, let's see, top 3 things that I think I will benefit from in a 6-degree rig. Turbulence will no longer just be, so the way this thing simulates turbulence now, when turbulence is working properly, and or an X-plane, because I think X-plane does a good job, is it can't simulate you actually going up and down, because like I said, the rig it's hard fixed, it's not suspended. So I'm assuming now when you hit bumps, the rig is actually capable of going up and down a pretty good clip. So I'm assuming now bumps, like you'll get that quick half a second, like feeling like the floor's falling out.
We've just reached our cruising altitude, and I'm excited to let you know that my fantastic
you'll also
crew
be able
and I
to
will be
sway.
starting our snack and drink service now.
You'll be able to
We've got
surge
some
forward and
delicious
backwards.
options for you,
So
including our famous pretzel bites and a selection of refreshing beverages.
pretzel bites.
And after the service, we'll also have some cool items from the virtual airline shop.
Like right now, we have a little bit of light shop. I wonder what that would feel like. Right now, what it's doing is it's just kind of racking the pitch a little bit. So I feel like I'm more falling forward than hitting a bump, if that makes sense. Because all it could do is just change my pitch and throw me around a little bit with roll. Very excited to see what hopefully the end of the month brings. And then maybe next year's birthday present is the harness. We'll see. Topo descent is coming. So let's get prepped. I forgot how short of a flight this is. Because it's 3-2, yeah, it's extra fucking short because it's 3-2. Its bottom altitude would be 6,000 feet. This loosened up again. It's tight. Oh, did the whole bolt cut? I think the nut came off. Oh yeah, it did. Oh, that's party sucks. Wonder how that fuck. Oh, it's on the floor. That's where that nut came from. I'm gonna have to go grab that. Is SayIntentions good? I like it. It is a good alternative that allows you to have end-to-end coverage without having to without having to fly into a VATSIM event or pay for pilotage. Alright, we're gonna have to get that screw in a second. It has come a long way. The developer is very dedicated to the cause, so to speak. Okay, let's go see if we can fix that real quick. Washington Center Pro Flight 682 requesting descent. I should have rephrased that differently. I think it's going to ask me what altitude.
Pro Flight 682, descend and maintain 17700 feet.
That doesn't make any sense. Pro Flight 682 requesting to start our descent. Oh, hello, fucking turbulence. Oops. Probably shouldn't have said that while keying up. That was an oops. Sorry, that slipped. Pro Flight 682 requesting to start our descent. It's supposed to stay family friendly on SayIntentions. So that was an oops.
Pro Flight 682, descend via Demi 5 for the
There it
ILS
goes.
runway 32 approach into Pittsburgh, via Grun's altimeter 30.18.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have left our cruising altitude in preparation for our descent into Pittsburgh. Please return back to your seats. Our cabin crew will soon be making the final rounds to collect any remaining trash and prepare for our arrival. Please pass any remaining service items to the flight attendants. Thank you.
I have no idea what she said. Send by the 1085 for flight 682. We'll see if that cuts it.
Flight 682, Pittsburgh International Airport, information Foxtrot. Wind 325 at Niner. Visibility 10. Sky conditions, few at 4200 feet.
I don't know why I'm getting
Temperature
the whole...
2, dew point 2. Altimeter 3022.
I need my thing. Here we go.
Flight 682. Contact Cleveland Center on 132.125.
Nice and sturdy now. One 125 per flight 682. Hopefully I don't get banned from Say Intentions, because I didn't release the mic. But yes, Say Intentions is very good. You know, they're still working on it. There's hiccups. There's weird things that happen every now and then. And stuff like that. But for the most part, it works well. It'll get you point A to point B. Occasionally you get some weird vectors. Occasionally you get some weird verbiage and phraseology. For the most part, it's good though. Dude, it feels like it is ridiculously late. Didn't translate that I cursed. So I guess that's a good sign. Brian will flag me and be like, what are you doing? Alright, so 111.3, final approach course, 325. It's pretty clear out, a few clouds, nothing crazy. Let's brief the ILS to approach. Alright, 111.3, 325 for the final approach course. Training at or above 2,500, mins at 1324. If stable, we'll land. If not, we will go missed. Touchdown and zone elevation is 1124. Airport elevation is 1203, so it could be a slight slope. Missed approach, climbing 1800, then climbing right turn to 4000, direct to Echo Whiskey Charlie via bar and hold. That's Elwood City. Minimum safe altitudes is 3,100 everywhere except in the southeast. That's 3,800.
Flight 682. Contact Cleveland Center on 132.125.
132.125, Flight 682. Happy's on the left. Hold entry is going to be parallel. So where I like Say Intentions is you can actually have a conversation with it. Nice. Like, Beyond ATC is very on rails in comparison. So, like, with this, I could say, Cleveland Center, what is the altimeter setting for Pittsburgh? ProFlight 682. Oh, wow.
ProFlight 682, altimeter 30.22.
Thank you. 682.
ProFlight 682, you're welcome.
See, you can carry a conversation with this thing. Ooh, you're gonna have to have me double check that against Pirate Ship and see if that's any better. But that's freaking fantastic regardless. Yeah, it's not bad. Yeah, I don't think Pirate partners with FedEx. That's the only one.
ProFlight 682, contact Pittsburgh approach on 121.25.
121.25 ProFlight 682. We'll see. Pittsburgh approach. ProFlight 682 is descending through 2000 on the Demi 5.
ProFlight 682, Pittsburgh approach. Good evening, Mount Pleasant, altimeter 30.22.
3022 ProFlight 682. It was a little bumpy today.
ProFlight 682, proceed direct Weiler. Descend and maintain 4,000. Altimeter 30.22 until established on the localizer. Cleared for the ILS runway 32 approach.
Say again for ProFlight 682? That was a fucking mouthful and I was not paying attention.
ProFlight 682, proceed direct Weiler. Descend and maintain 4,000. Altimeter 30.22 until established on the localizer. Cleared for the ILS runway 32 approach.
Direct Weiler, descend and maintain 4,000 until established. Cleared for the ILS 32 approach. Altimeter 3022, ProFlight 682. Alright, speed brake armed. Lights are on. Start switches continuous. Ding the cabin. Cabin crew, seats for arrival.
Cabin crew, take seats for landing. Ladies and gentlemen, we have begun our final approach into Pittsburgh. Please fasten your seatbelts and ensure your seat backs and tray tables are in their upright positions. The crew will be coming around to collect any items that are no longer needed. Thank you.
Well, and while we're here, let's go into the old Spadinator.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have started our final approach into Pittsburgh. Please turn off all portable electronic devices and stow them until we have arrived at the gate. In preparation for landing in Pittsburgh, be certain your seat back is straight up and your seat belt is fastened. Please secure your carry-on items, stow your tray table, and pass any remaining service items and unwanted reading materials to the flight attendants. Thank you.
Twitches at the name. Twitches at what name? What'd I miss? Approach mode activated. Oh, did she go get the food? Is that what happened? I don't think me and the wife coordinated. Best name. Huh? I feel like I'm having a... Oh, wow, thank you. Jesus. I'm like, I feel like I'm having a stroke and I'm missing something. Patch. If she went for the food, then we won't do the return. Might just be the one and done, and then we stream, maybe we stream Lethal Company later. Let's see. Yeah, we'll definitely be streaming longer tomorrow. We'll do a couple of legs. Might do some weather chasing tomorrow, or maybe we'll do some Southwest VA ops. I don't know. I think I'm coming up on needing to remain active and current with them by doing some flights. So. Then hopefully, world flight chasing. I don't know if I'm gonna do world flight chasing. Are you doing that tomorrow, or are you just chilling out and just spectating? Watching, gotcha. Yeah, the world flight stuff is so cool. I can't imagine. The turbulence right now is actually feeling pretty good. I'm getting these little like bumps every now and then. I can't imagine what that's gonna do with Fortnite 565432111111. I am not doing world flight stuff. Sorry, I had to make fun of the excessive amount of numbers in your name. All in good fun. What's I was thinking Jenny 8675309. Hansix, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. Let's pull it back to 210. We're already on localizer, so 8675309. I like the memes. Flying is going good. The flying is going good. Just testing out some new settings on the motion rig. And so far, I'm liking it. I'm definitely liking the new settings here. It's a little more subtle, which I like.
Flight 682, contact Pittsburgh Tower on 128.3.
Go to 128.3. We'll see it, ProFlight 682. Pittsburgh Tower, good evening, ProFlight 682. ILS 32. We need to slow down a little bit here. Coming in a little hot.
ProFlight 682, Pittsburgh Tower, winds 330 at 8, runway 32, cleared to land.
32, clear to land, ProFlight 682. Well, it's better than Baby Shark. Well, that was funny, though. Where was Raining Tacos? I was trying to find the whole, like, animated Raining Taco thing. Where is that? Did you get rid of it, Arch? If you're still there? Come on, baby. Slow down, slow down, slow down. Flaps 15. Oh, we're into 25. I guess I missed that one. Let's go right to 30, baby. Right to 30. Well, I think my thing is this caliber. Oh, a pilot. Auto throttle off. Human pilot on. My. Thank you, Piro. You're gonna float.
To 100.
Terrain, terrain.
50. 40 minimums.
First screen. Decent. That got a little shitty at the end. What's up, Iowa? 80 knots, manual braking. Oh, I also know what I did wrong.
ProFlight 682, welcome to Pittsburgh.
I never brought the
Contact
speed
ground on
rates back up.
121.9er.
Incoming gatekeeping. Ground point 9er, ProFlight 682.
7 p.m. We hope you enjoyed your flight with us today. Just a fun fact.
ProFlight 682,
Pittsburgh is
welcome
known
to
as the
Pittsburgh.
city of bridges
Contact ground on
because it has over
121.9er.
400 bridges.
121.9er, ProFlight 682.
11 degrees Celsius with a few clouds in the sky. Please remain seated with your seatbelts fastened until we reach our final parking position. Captain Chris and the whole crew would like to say goodbye to you now. Thank you for flying with us, and we wish you a wonderful stay or safe travels home.
What's the FBO here? Is this Atlantic signature? I can't remember. At Pittsburgh Ground, ProFlight 682 requesting taxi to the FBO. We'll just call it the FBO. I don't remember either. I didn't have ForeFlight up to tell me either.
Pro Flight 682. Taxi to Menzies Aviation via November Charlie Tango. Have a good day.
November Charlie Tango to Menzies Aviation, Pro Flight 682. Who the fuck is Menzies Aviation? I don't know what I'm more impressed with. There's Atlantic Aviation. I don't know who Menzies is. Charlie November Tango isn't even accurate. If it was November Charlie Tango, that makes sense. There's a maintenance facility over there. It's not an FBO. But it is Atlantic. To the Googles we go. Oh shit, we get to do a single engine taxi. Corgi, which engine's better to single engine taxi with? Oh shit. There is a Menzies Aviation engine too. So shut one then. Alright, so we're gonna shut down one. What do I need to do on the overhead? Anything fancy? So there is a Menzies Aviation at Pittsburgh, by the way. So that's interesting. Very impressed that it actually knew that. Wow, I can't believe I could actually make this turn. That's crazy. Good job on you, RSR. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Pittsburgh. I wish my wife would get back to me so she could tell me that the food is going to be en route, because I'd like to not start the next leg and end up with cold food. So I'm probably going to call it here. I do have work at midnight, so I kind of need to like eat and relax a little bit and do all that fun stuff. But we are going to have a stream tomorrow, probably shooting for around noonish. So I think that's what the game plan is. We're going to shoot for noonish tomorrow for a stream after I wake up, get some breakfast and some coffee. And then, yeah. Let's see what the landing rate was. Kind of all over the place. 205. Okay, I mean, I'll take it. I'm happy with that. Not going to complain. Okay, let's set our chocks. Let's play with the Randizzle ground stuff here. New rig settings. That's right, Orphic. We were playing around changing the sim racing studio software that reads the telemetry and turns it into stairs. Oh. Does that actually do anything? I'm so confused. Equal to double that. I got 206. Nice one. Ground services. Let's just fucking request them all. What's service SCU motor? Anybody know? Did I submit that bid? I think I did. Listen, I just want you to know, Corey, that the light stuff is on. I think it is. Let's test it, because I don't know if it is. Alright, the light alerts are on. I'm going to have to remember to keep the light alerts on. Debate if you want to go to haunted house. I love haunted houses. Halloween is my favorite time of the year. It should be a year-long holiday. But I guess it would lose some of its luster then, huh? I love Halloween. I love spooky stuff, spooky season. You know, I would, if I had the time and energy and uh-oh, now everyone knows that the light alerts are in. What's up, Viking? How are you? What? Automod, you're drunk. I think it queues them up. Do I have blind enabled? I think it does queue them up. Unless, did you just do that twice, Poppy Shampoo? You did Blackout and Stormy. I don't know if it queued them up. Lumia is supposed to queue them up. Yeah, it says there's no items in the queue. So let's see. So who didn't get there? So Poppy Shampoo, you got Stormy. Let's do... You did Stormy and Blackout. So let's go through the list here. Viking got Stormy. Poppy just got a Stormy. Poppy needs a Blackout. So let's do, as soon as I find the damn thing. Because I don't remember how to use this. It's terrible. Let's go Blackout.
Apagando las luces.
So Orphic, the blind was one mainly when I'd be playing like games like at my desk, it would turn both of my key lights to max brightness, and it was like the brightness level of the sun in my face. That won't really work here because I don't have any lights actually pointing on me. The only light that's in my vision is that one. Yeah. I gotta like... Oh, I do have it disabled. Okay. Yeah. That's one that we could probably put back in play if I do like some desk streams or something. You know, maybe if I do Lethal Company later or something. Let's see. Alright, so we got the blackout. We got 2 blackouts to do, so we'll do that again just to make sure everybody gets their fill here. Let's see. And then we had a Stormy. And then I think we're good. I don't know why that didn't queue them, though. Oh, God. Now, that would be cool. Devious and Evil, could you imagine being on short final and the damn monitor goes off for 60 seconds? I don't even know if I could do that. I don't even think that's real. Can't do that. I don't think Lumia can control my monitor. Yeah, I mean, that would be a very... That would be bits. That wouldn't even be points. Like, that's just evil. That'd be like $10. I don't know. If you're gonna start shutting things down on me like that, that's got to be some money. Can I tell it to disable monitor? Let's do a test command. Well, so it's probably possible because you could run external code and stuff and external applications. So I'll say it's probably something that could be done. Yeah, it's kind of like the same way I was originally doing. Well, hey, I actually have some H2O right here, and I do need the drink. It's logged in under the wrong damn account again? It's logged in on my other account. I don't know why. I need to play... What the... Why did it leave my overhead on that? That's crazy. I'm just convinced that my wife is completely ignored. Holy shit! Well, that got me. Matthew, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. So if you guys have ideas for light alerts, I'm all ears so we can add some more. probably do like basic ones, like set the lights to a certain color and things like that. I'll have to play around with this some more. This is too fun. Alright, well this is perfect timing because my dinner has arrived. And I'm famished, so everyone, thank you for hanging out with and spending your Friday night with me. Appreciate all of you. Let's go find someone to raid on the way out here. Who do we got? Who do we got? Who do we got? Well, you know what? Murph is flying the 380, so I don't think we've got it rated him in a long time. So let's go raid Murph. Say hello. Stick around for the raid. You guys are all very welcome. Enjoy the rest of your weekends. If I don't see you, I will, like, 99% chance be on sometime around noon Eastern tomorrow. Unless something comes up for some reason. So that's what I'm shooting for. So again, thanks for hanging out, and stick around for the raid. Enjoy your nights.